The New York Giants minicamp has barely started, and something surprising has already happened. An internal system of the franchise, usually used away from the cameras, has become the center of attention. The famous color classification of players. And now, it's in the hands of the fans, too. That's right. Blue, red, orange, yellow, purple, and green. Each color represents what the coaches and analysts believe about the potential, current status, and future of each athlete on the roster. A true preseason thermometer. But this time, it's not the NFL analysts who are deciding. It's Marshall Green, a fervent fan and host of Giants Now, who has laid the cards on the table and classified more than 40 players on the roster. And, of course, this has already generated controversy. Do you want to know who has their name shining in blue as an All-Pro? Who is on the verge of purple and could say goodbye to the team? And who are the green rookies with the most hype to explode this year? Stay with me until the end, because the list will surprise you. Introduction. The controversy is in the air, and the fans need to give their opinions. Hey there, passionate Giants fans. If you love this team as much as we do, hit the like button and comment below. Which player will be the big surprise this season? Let's put this algorithm to work in favor of Big Blue. In today's video, we'll dive headfirst into this colorful ranking made by Marshall Green. Let's debate, question, and, of course, cheer. Because if there's one thing we, fans, know how to do well, it's to heat up the discussion in the best American football style. And look, I'm warning you, there's a player that many people consider an absolute starter who has fallen to the category of good reserve. And there's a rookie who is already being treated as a future All-Pro. Do you agree? Disagree? Comment everything below. Follow each block of this analysis with the same passion as always, because you will leave this video with very hot opinions, strong arguments for debate, and, who knows, a different view on who is really ready to shine in 2025. Minicamp is underway, grass is cut, helmets are shining under the New York sun. This is the moment when first impressions are formed, veterans show their leadership, and rookies try to prove they belong. And it is in this climate that the color system begins to come to life. Each color assigned by Marshall Green is not random. It reflects recent performances, injury, history, growth potential, and impact in the locker room. This makes the color map an emotional and technical portrait of the Giants' moment. Veterans like Dexter Lawrence, Andrew Thomas, and Brian Burns carry the color blue with pride. They are the pillars. But others, like Evan Neal or Jalen Hyatt, are in purple. In other words, the rope is short. And that sets the tone for the tension of this preseason. In training, it's easy to spot where the eyes are. Rookies trying to gain their space, veterans trying to maintain their prestige, and those players on the fence being analyzed with every snap. Nothing goes unnoticed when it comes to the passion for Big Blue. Let's talk about plays that don't show up on the score sheet, but scream on the field. When Malik Neighbors runs his first route aggressively and leaves the CB looking the wrong way, that's more than training, it's affirmation. Or when Kayvon Thibodeau, even as an orange, explodes with a swim move on top of the right tackle and knocks down the QB in the middle of scrimmage. The fans go wild, and the analysts just write, evolving fast. The most intriguing thing is to see the players who are on the edge of purple trying to turn the game around. Hyatt staying after practice, receiving extra passes. Evan Neal training inside the line with a new attitude. They know it's now or never. And behind the scenes, Rookies like Abdul Carter are already showing personality, leadership, and intensity. If practice were a championship, the guy would already have captain's arms on his shoulders. But does this translate to the field? That is the hope of the Blue Nation. Dexter Lawrence continues to be the absolute owner of the locker room. And it is no wonder. In defensive line drills, he is the one who sets the pace, teaches the younger players, and even scares any OL who dares to block him alone. He is blue, and perhaps the bluest of all. Malik Neighbors is already starting to create connections with Jackson Dart. In a closed practice, he made a 40-yard pass that ended in a TD and received applause from the coaches. It was the moment of the day, according to internal reports. Is the connection of the future already emerging? Brian Burns, coming from the Carolina Panthers, is rubbing it in the league's face that underestimating him was a mistake. He is pressured, sacked, and has a constant presence in the backfield. It seems that having Dexter and Caven by his side will unleash his full potential. Hello, Pro Bowl. And we can't forget Marcus Bowe. Still green, but already showing refined technique and above-average reading for a rookie. It's these small victories in training that light the spark of hope in the coaching staff's eyes. These colorful rankings say a lot about the Giants' strategy for 2025. It's a team that's mixing veterans hungry for revenge and youngsters thirsty for prominence. And that creates a combination that could be explosive. Historically, teams with a high number of orange and green players face fluctuations at the beginning of the season, but they can pick up steam if the coaching staff can accelerate their development. And with Dabble at the helm, that's a real possibility. The challenge is to keep the blue and red base healthy. In 2024, the departure of Andrew Thomas left the offensive line too exposed. In 2025, the hope is that the depth of the roster, even with some purple, will do the trick. If rookies like Abdul Carter or Dart perform above average, and the names in purple take a step forward, Big Blue could surprise. The team has talent, identity, and now a color map that reveals where the strengths and weaknesses of the upcoming battle lie. Now it's up to you, fan. Which color best represents your favorite player? Do you think Hyatt deserves more than purple? That Dart should already be red? That Bow is a jewel that will shine? Comment below what you would change in this list. The debate is open, and your opinion is worth a lot here on the channel. The color classification is far from definitive. It is a starting point for a season full of emotions. So leave a like, share this video with another Giants fan, and subscribe to the channel. Because the 2025 journey has already begun, and we will follow every step, every snap, every evolution, together. The season promises to be great, and with this support here, nothing is impossible. Go Giants!